This demo looks at how we control clearances and board constraints in the Proteus Errors layout software. All design rules are set by using the Design Rule Manager command on the Technology menu. There are 3 tabs on the dialog form, one for the design rules, one for the net classes, and one for setting and updating the defaults. The default design rules can be thought of as a minimum manufacturing specification for the board, and therefore apply to all layers and all net classes. Here we have the Design Rules tab, the Net Class tab, and the defaults. To create a new design rule, we first click on the New button and then enter a name for the rule. Here we've entered the name OSC for the oscillator circuitry. We can then edit the filters that apply this design rule on specific layers and specific net class, or a combination of both. Finally, we can then set the required clearances for this design rule. We then click OK, and the design rule is now applied. The Net Class tab allows us to set trace and via styles to be used for connections, and also the layer sets for the auto router. By default, a layout is given a power net class and a signal net class, but you can easily specify your own by using a wire label on a connection in ISIS. Here we also have one called Power In as a net class that was added in the schematic. Once you have finished setting up the design rules, click the OK button to exit the dialog form. The Errors software will then use this information for both auto-routing and error checking of the layout. For example, if we move a track into an illegal position, the live design rule checker at the bottom of the toolbar will highlight the problem for us. If we take this blue trace and move it up so that it's covering one of the other blue traces, we instantly get a message that there's a DRC error. We can dismiss this one, and at the bottom of the screen we have 2 DRC errors listed in the message box. If we click it, we can see both of these messages are a trace-to-trace violation. If we double-click on the actual error itself, Errors will zoom in to the point where the problem occurred. Of course, in this particular example, it's easy to see where the problem was. However, in a very complex layout, this is a powerful tool in order to find and fix errors quickly.